I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. Hello and welcome back to new Vooperis, where we are having some serious issues. We don't want to clog this up because this became a massive issue before, and we are having actual serious flooding issues in the back now. But at the same time, the amount of water that is coming out of the front of the dam is excessive. We tried diverting it out the back, but Concord Heights is simply being flooded out of control now. The rest of the map is beginning to rise in water level. I don't know how we're going to deal with this. The water is actually pouring around. That's an issue. Let's make sure we have power and water first off. That's important. Okay, so the population does not seem to be getting hit too hard by the disaster. However, the water levels are rising very quickly. And I don't know how we're going to go about stopping this. I'm going to first fund an entire new disaster protocol. Oh, NVv doesn't have water. Well, you know what? There is an excess amount of water here that we can... Oh, shoot, you know what? That is not a horrible idea. These things pump a lot of water. If we can get the pumps to stop the flow, it won't work for very long because they'll stop sucking up the water once all the pipes are full. But that may actually slow it down. Come on, it's working! They're slowing down the water flow. That was a not so bad idea. We can just have a offshore solar generator power those, and look at that. We have stopped the water, although the population is still dropping very quickly as entire skyscrapers are taken down. This is intense. I'm pretty sure that there's been an overall increase in the amount of water coming out of the dam. I don't think it was making this much water before. This is so much water, I don't know what to do. It's really overflow. The entire map is becoming an ocean at this point. The highways are covered in like 200 meters worth of water. It's an issue. The flood trucks are doing their job, and I am going to heavily raise the amount of flood trucks in our arsenal. I think we're going to put the new emergency situation over where the old crater was, because that seems like a good spot. Let's give them some high-density roads. And let's make a new disaster response area completely dedicated to flooding. This is going to be expensive. The issue is we have to get rid of the water that's there now. We can stop the new water coming in pretty easily. And now the flood trucks wake up, going on to their journeys. A new army is born, and it is time to increase the budget heavily, doubling the amount of flood trucks available. They will get onto the highway. Although we want them to get onto the other highway, really. Hey guys, you want to come this way? There we go. There we go. A more efficient way for the flood trucks to get there. We will give them their own power source because they are an essential service. And hopefully they will do their job well. Like, really well. They're kind of needed right now. The army has awoken, and they are ready to move some water. This is what we call war. The population is dropping extremely quickly, which makes me think a new wave has just, yeah. Holy water. All the way to the park area is flooded and beyond. Even our industrial area over here is having collapsed buildings. Mulberry Heights hasn't been hit by a disaster in forever. Or Hills is being hit, and that's even elevated. Hemlock Square is flooded out. We have mass evacuations in the city. Well, just people leaving in general. There's nowhere to really put anyone. I'd put them in the shelter, but they're gonna die anyway from a lack of food and water. They're gonna be just covered completely. There's nothing we can do. The floodway is filling up and increasing the amount of water in the main section of the city. This increased water flow is actually going to be a massive issue. It's going to begin flooding the back channels. We don't want the Kiwi district to overflow again, especially not in this area, which holds a massive amount of population for our city. Of course, the new districts are building up and picking up the slack where the rest of the city is falling behind. But there's going to be a mass exodus. It looks like the first wave is beginning to end with water levels receding. I don't know if this is due to flood trucks or the fact that this has just turned into a river. We need to come up with some fast ways to solve this issue. It looks like these have been successful in solving the issue. However, this no longer makes any power, so we have to give them a new source. Now that the dam is being held back, oh my. This is more water than we were ever designed to carry here. The water level is very high. This is overflowing. This seems to have no stop. It's coming out of up here now. We really have to get things under control because the water level is just continuously rising now. I don't know if it's just because of the amount of earthquakes and stuff we've had has agitated the water supply, but the amount is just ridiculous. Thankfully, water levels are dropping. The amount of damage to the city is decreasing overall. Although Concord Heights is experiencing another dip. As long as we can keep things under control, we should be fine. For now. I am actually going to call this a national emergency for the Vooperians, and we are going to begin taking drastic measures. We're going to have to dig some trenches and spend a whole lot of money on an attempt to drain out this water. Like, a lot of water. Where can we even put it? I mean, we can dump more back here, but we're already spilling over. I don't really know what we're gonna do about it. Oil hills in them are safe, at least. At the very least. Oh my god! These are really covered. That settles it. There's gotta be... Is that rising, or is that just the waves? It almost looks like it's actually going up, but I can't tell. I think it may actually be rising. Why? Whatever the reason is, this waterfall looks much larger than it was when we first started using it for our water. It does not look very happy. And there is a lot of water spilling. Thankfully, the dam has a bit of headroom, so I don't think it'll overflow. Looking back at the city, it looks like those emergency measures aren't completely necessary quite yet. It looks like the water has receded to the point where most of the city is safe. Hopefully the flood truck army is doing their job. It looks like they are. They're on pretty much every street now, fixing up all the damage. The disaster people are getting to work. We have a massive death wave because of what happened, but we're still making money, and I think the damage is going to be repairable. Wow. I think we have more flood trucks than anything else in the city. It's the orange... Oh, yeah. Holy moly. It is the orange army. They're enough to even clog up our emergency systems. We've got a lot of ambulances getting sent down the same way. I don't know why, though. Looks like they're all passing each other. Something going on? There's a lot of emergency services going over here. What is happening? Or is that just how many emergency services our country, or city actually needs? Maybe it is. I guess there are a lot of people. Strawberry Hills is doing a great job. Let's go check on Cloverleaf, which is actually recovering. They are recovering, which should help out with the food crisis we were encountering. Let's fix up the damage stuff because we have finally dealt with the flooding. The pumps are getting covered. Are you kidding me? Are they not running? No, they are running. They just can't deal with the amount of water. Is this flowing as quickly as before? Is it flowing faster? There's a little bit of leakage, but I think it had a little bit of leakage before. This is still spilling. This seems... Oh my. Oh my.
Meteorologists have issued
not right now.
warning for the area. Residents should seek
Where? Please not over there. Okay. In the middle of nowhere, hopefully. Oh. Oh. The Corgi district just always gets hit by tornadoes. There's something just against the Corgi district. I'm not even going to bother evacuating because it's so small. Probably won't do any damage. Shoot. We have a lot of abandoned buildings. I don't know what the property values are like, but I feel like they're lower than normal. Oh. You know what? Can't really tell, I'll be honest. I guess our city's just so great that it'll rebuild pretty easily. A thing I noticed before is we have a broken road here, which has probably been there forever. Let's fix that up. It looks like we've dealt with it. The flooding disaster is over at last. Oh wait, we don't need schools anyways. I deleted the wrong building, whoops. Man, even Briarwood Square crater has a lot of water in it. Jeez. That's a lot of water. It's a worrying amount of water. Is it going up? This looks worse than it was 20 seconds ago. This is like almost up to here. We could try to fill it in. You know what? We're gonna attempt filling it in. There's just too much damage caused by the thing. This may cause a little bit of a bulge, but if we make it thin, we should be able to limit the amount of water it's producing. Is that working? It's gonna push it up for a second. No, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. It may even be having the opposite effect. Oh no. Where are you? You were gonna hit over here. You aren't even noticeable. That's good. You know, I'm not gonna complain. Tornado, just don't be annoying. Oh, there it is. That's where it is. Oh, it's a little babby tornado. How cute. Just fix up the train line. Thankfully, this time, it wasn't very dangerous. Oh no, it's gonna do a little bit of road damage though, isn't it? Is it strong enough to even break down buildings? Oh, it is. Just don't hit the prison. That may be an issue. We don't want to let all the prisoners out. I think it's done. It is. They'll send someone to go fix that after they fix the rest of the city. Jeez. Nope, that didn't help at all, did it? I think I may have made it more angry, actually. It's a lot of water. It's way too much water. Oh, this is starting to flood again. I don't even know what to do. We have to get rid of the source of the water, don't we? Just completely get rid of it this time. No more second chances. That's it. We're done with you, water. We're gonna cut you off. Is that working? It looks like it's just going above it now. But that's fine. I'm sure we can deal with this. It's just a little bit of water. What is happening? It's breaking the laws of physics. Why is the water doing this? Holy. Oh, that's bad. We may have just done something really bad. It's going up the back now. I think we may have just done something really, really bad. This is not a good. Oh my. We need to contain. We need to contain. Contain the back too. Oh my god. How is there this much water? It's pouring down the wrong way now. We have actually decreased the amount of water over here at least. But now it's going to... I guess that's a better way for it to go. But now it's doing damage in a completely different way. Now this is just a complete mess, and this is gonna cut off oil hills and leafy hills, which are the only sources of oil. Yeah, this isn't a solution. Although we could build a river out the back. It would only be a temporary solution, really, but that may be what we have to do. If we built an outlet through the back of this... we could technically decrease the flow out the front. Come on. The city kind of depends on this working. Oh, the water's going down the steps. It's just gonna flow right back where it was going before. Not. It's nowhere important. I have the disasters on low. I'm just getting really unlucky right now. Okay. That may have helped a tiny bit, but we have to stop the flooding here. Where is it?
Earthquake is occurring. Don't panic and wait for help if you are in the affected area.
Can't be anywhere important if we don't have a warning. But I'm still gonna make sure. Okay, everything seems fine. That seems fine. Okay. Back to water. This entire half of the map is now pretty much completely flooded. I'm not sure what we do once it's, like, actually rising. It's pretty bad. Now this is bad too, because I have no clue how to deal with it. We have to force the water out the back so that it doesn't pour over here. Come on. Just build a little wall. It's still going over. How is it defying the laws of physics? I can't stop the water. It's literally doing... It's pushing itself over my walls. It's like magical. It wills itself to go over the wall, and so it does. There. How about that? Okay, it looks like we are decreasing. Looks like a lot of the water is now being spilled out the back. This is probably going to have massive repercussions at some point, but you know what? That's fine. As long as it's not flooding the city. Which it probably is doing. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're having some issues. And by some issues, I mean a lot of issues. The water is actually pouring over the dam once again. It looks like the abandoned bits of Sterling Park are at least rebuilding. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. So many major roads connecting the city together are just completely flooded. Random bits of the map. This major road that brings oil across. We can't even get oil across the city anymore. There's too much water, and it's spilling over here too. It's spilling over everywhere. It's back to the top of the dam again. I don't know, this is gonna slowly choke out the city. I would raise the road, but it's flooding over here too. So, if I raise the road, it won't really benefit at all. But we have to force the water out. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? What am I going to do about this? It's just a ridiculous amount of water. And it's increasing is the issue. There's no stopping it if it's continually getting worse. Like now it's flooding over here too. The geyser has lost its mind, and it didn't even have a mind. Now they're having issues with trash because I can't get anyone over. We're gonna have exodus from one of the major sections of the city. Because of flooding. I feel like it's always flooding. This is always an issue. No, just for a temporary fix, we can get rid of some land mass in there. And now back to fixing things. There we go, we've got a wall. It's got some interesting bits where the power lines cross, but you know, that's fine. Fixed. Okay, how's that? That looks better. We've still got some flooding. It's not as bad. Oh my water. We're just dumping it. We're just dumping it into nowhere. Who knows what effects this will have on the rest of the map? It's okay. I'm used to it. That's a lot of water. We're outflowing. We need to flatten this out too. This is giving us issues. Oh shoot. However, the dam, we need it to be kind of smooth here so that we can actually get a road later. There we go. Because it's still really bumpy actually. Okay, these pumps are doing their job. The water level seems to be at normal right now. Yeah. So we can fix these again. The flood trucks are definitely getting to work. We probably spent a whole lot on those. They're like 80% of our city. Okay, so we're letting the geyser pour out the back, which is honestly the only place we can let it go now. We're probably gonna cause some serious issues, but that's fine, you know. We do that on a daily basis anyways. We have to carry more soil. This is not enough soil. I mean more water. We are not getting nearly enough water out of this. This is a very expensive process, if you can't tell. There we go. I think that may do it. Now, can we inhibit the flow of water? Not at the moment. Oh my. Oh my. That's a lot of water. It's not backing up over here yet, so that's good. This is starting to lower a small amount. This is getting very close to the top of the tsunami. I mean, the top of the dam, not the tsunami. However, we are... there's more flooding. Are we at least getting trash service? No, we aren't. Not enough food because this... No trains carrying freight because it's flooded. Actually, all of our train stations are broken. Much of the city is broken. Okay. We really, 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 really need to take care of this in a more permanent way, because this is just causing massive issues everywhere. These are very expensive. Actually, they aren't that bad. But they aren't a permanent solution. The population is dropping. That's a bad. Is it a death wave, or are people actually dying somewhere? It looks like a death wave to me. But you can never be so sure. Oh shoot, are people abandoning over here? Honestly, wouldn't blame them at this point. It may just be people getting killed on the roads and stuff. These trains, they're all being flooded. Or people leaving the dam district, because the dam district still has to be repaired, but we have bigger problems right now. So I'm not super worried about fixing the dam district until those problems are gone. What is our solution for this? I mean, I guess if we can divert the rest of it, then it'll be fine, right? So let's try. We'll find a amount that works. Find an amount that'll actually be stable at some point. But for now, we're just gonna cut it off. I think we have it under control. Maybe not. It would appear that the water, once again, is not going to follow gravity and is actually going to go through our defenses, because why not? This is an issue. We can't contain it. Now even more water is flowing out the back. Oh, maybe we can fix the train line now. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. That's a lot of water. There's another wave coming in for the dam. I don't know, storing up the water like this just seems like a bad idea. And now it's going over the sides again. Oh boy. This is a repetitive situation. And I do not know how I'm going to solve it. You know what? Okay, so the dam has been replaced. It isn't doing a bad job. I don't think it's actually doing anything at the moment. No. We've got these set up just in case. The city's starting to recover from the disaster. I think all we're going to have to do is wait it out at this point. I think we're going to be safe. Yeah. So I think we're going to focus on repairing the dam district now. Okay, so before we begin fixing the dam district, we really have to fix this mess we have absolutely made. I do want to say for the record, I did follow the suggestion this time. You guys said to attempt to stop it at its source. And there's a reason I didn't do that before, which is that I didn't think it would work. And lo and behold, it did not work. I think I've just made it 10 times worse. But it was worth a shot. Now we just have to fix the amount of flooding we've caused. I think we're going to have to divert a little bit more into the dam now, but that's fine. As long as we can fix our mistake here and get the oil district back. Oil is important to our economy. Shoot, that just did exactly what I tried to get rid of. Up. Up.
Are issuing a thunderstorm warning for the
Oh,
citizens
that's not
advised to
actually
stay
bad.
indoors.
It's just a thunderstorm. I'm not really worried about thunderstorms, to be honest. I'm more worried about imminent flooding from this. Okay, so that... yeah, the amount of water coming out is much higher now. So it looks like the solution is going to be to rip down the walls. Shoot. It looks like the higher we push it, the more water comes out. Because now we have an absolute massive amount. It's like 300, it's like a mile deep of water coming out. That's way too much throughput of water. It's going to start leaking over here, and we really don't need more water pouring into this river system. I think it's time to begin taking down the walls, because they are not functioning as planned. And this is going to cause a lot of damage, but we're going to do it very quickly. We're going to do it very quickly and efficiently, so that it doesn't hurt as bad. We need to let the pressure out. We have learned from our mistakes. You know what else we'll do? we will drop this even further, even though I don't think we really can drop this much further. So I think that's fine. Yeah. So we did drop this in order to support the lowering water levels. So if we open this and drop that, we should be able to keep this stable. But there's going to be quite the water wave. What I have learned is don't mess with water sources in city skylines. Just let it flow out. Thankfully, city skylines hasn't been too mean to us with the water. I mean, we can just pour it all outside of the map. Oh, please tell me that you're gonna undo the amount of water and that I didn't just cause a permanent issue. Because the amount of water here is ridiculously high. No, it's dropping. It looks like it's dropping. Maybe? Oh no, I may have just caused a permanent issue. I think we've triggered it. This is more water than we ever really expected to have. Are the water levels increasing? Yes. Yes, they are. Oh, fantastic. So trying to fix the problem. Oh, no, 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 no. It is dropping. Never mind. Put down the pitchforks. This is lower. Good. Good, good, good. It's dropping. That's good news. That's actually some good news for once. Better than normal. This is worrying, the fact that the water is getting over here. I hope it doesn't spill over here at any point. That would be a mess. Oh, even this output is starting to flood. Oh my! The potato district's flooding. Oh shoot! This is one of the few outflows. Oh geez, I didn't even notice. How do we even deal with this? This water's just stagnating. I guess we're just gonna have to build some defenses. Oh, now the entire city's gonna start flooding because of the amount of water. Why isn't it outflowing through here? It's not outflowing. Is it outflowing through here? I think it is. So why is this one so backed up? I am so confused now. We have to fix this. This is a huge issue. The potato district has a very high population. Well, now it doesn't. Holy moly. The forest district's in danger now, too. I never expected it to get this. When the dam fell, I knew that was going to be bad seeing the meteor hit, but this is, you know what? The game actually has something built in for this. Flood walls. Usually the game isn't very helpful for things like this, but maybe we can contain it. Oh shoot, you can't build on water. That's why it's not helpful. Oh, jeez. Is the water coming out of that direction? It is. Why is the water coming out of there? It's supposed to be going in. Have we oversaturated it? Is the map done accepting water? That would be absolutely insane. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, so it looks like we can't build on water, so we're gonna have to use this. Let's do this very quickly and figure out what the heck's going on. We have to save the potato district. We're not going to let another potato die today. Oh, this flooding's about to get a whole lot worse. If water's coming from this direction, that means there's one less ways for the water to outflow. And although we don't have any water coming from the dam area, how do we even solve this? It's everywhere. It's going through the river. The entire river. I guess we can raise this. Maybe it'll be enough to save the potato district, but the potato district is already down to... Oh, the population actually went up a bit. Okay. But we have a lot of abandoned buildings and a whole lot of flooding. I don't know how we're gonna deal with this issue. I mean, the dam's pretty easy. Cut a hole in the back of it so that the water can escape. But now the rivers are actually overflowing. And it looks like they're backflowing now. I think they're gonna go back to the normal direction, but... what do we do until then? Having to raise the ground in the entire district. There we go. That's better. It's not perfect, but the flood trucks can deal with that amount of water. Okay, Potato District should be regaining from that. Oh, we have a bit of water actually spilling all the way out of the map. This is oh, not completely. It's very close, though. This is probably the reason we're having problems. We're dumping so much water out of the map, it's causing actual issues for us now. The water is actually flowing out here now. Out of this tiny little section. This is enlarged, too. Did water pour over from here? This water level is way higher than normal. What about the main river? I mean, this is pouring... Wow, it's actually going over. I mean, we did lower this. We can probably contain this a tiny bit so it doesn't spill at the side like that. This area is just really not happy with us. I don't blame them. They've been through a lot. Shoot. All these power grids are just broken, useless. Okay, so the outflow, even though it's causing... Now the water's pouring out. I guess the water is just... There's too much. I wonder how long we've been contributing to this. It's like global warming, but with water. We're just throwing so much of it out, it's starting to come back. These areas seem to be doing fine. We're gonna keep an eye on them, though. Or are they? This is flowing this way. Which I guess is normal, because these are pulling all the water out of the area. So this dam isn't running. Okay, so that's fine. That's normal. Which means that this water level should be decreasing over here now. I think. It looks fine. But these two areas over here, especially this, that's a mess. That's a lot of water being backed up. How many flood trucks are on duty? Like, all of them. Of course. I mean, that's not rare in this city, but... This is starting to overflow. Or is the dam starting to run? Why has the dam not been running at all? Like, the water level's pretty darn high. Oh boy. Poor Oil Hills and Leafy Hills, they're having serious issues. This amount of water is a serious issue. I don't think it's ever going to stop being an issue. This is honestly the most worrying thing to me. This outflow is pouring a lot more water than it used to be. That's going to start flooding. That's very close to going over the road. It may hold steady. We're gonna keep an eye on that. The city is a little bit above the ground, so it should be, or above water level, so it should be fine. Oh boy. This is a mess. Especially this. The entire map is just gone. This is messy. This is a lot of water. The problem is we're dumping out the extra water. So is this just going to continually get worse? I guess we're gonna have to see next time. Well, guys, it's been an interesting one, and we are having some strange issues with the water flow in this city. We'll see where it goes. Thank you all for watching. We still have to fix this. I said we were gonna fix this. We never did. At least let's get a road there so that we can move people across the city again. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. We really need to figure out what we're doing with this city. And how we're going to solve the problems that are currently facing us. So this is letting a little bit of water out. Not really. Maybe. Yeah. This is a mess. This is a real mess. I'm really worried about Franklin Square. That's a high increase in water. It looks like the potato district has mostly come back from the damage. Well, bye!